Hey folks, Steve Lewis here. Welcome to Relevance for today. Thanks for tuning in. Got a great interview with an amazing young man. He is an amazing gospel singer, gospel artist, Floyd Henry. We're going to be talking about the new single, Matter of Time. It's amazing, folks. I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback on this. Stay tuned, folks. Yeah, so today we have a special guest on the show. Really excited to do this interview with this amazing young man, Floyd. Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, most definitely. It's definitely good to have you here. It's such a blessing to have a young man who's on fire for the Lord and been worshiping and singing and playing music and everything. So he's got a lot to share with you folks. So you've heard enough of me for one day. I'm going to go ahead and, Floyd,
Yes, sir.
tell us, where did it all begin?
Man, it started from childhood. You know, my mom, my dad, man, they had me in church pretty much my whole life. We started, me and my brothers, we started a gospel group, man, when we was very, very young, called the Brothers for Christ.
Nice.
With them, you know, I sung a little bit back then. I was a little more shy. Played keys with them, man. We sung. They're still singing. You know, I just branched off years ago and started with my grandfather, the Keys of Harmony.
Nice.
And from there, you know, I went with Soulstirres, the Dixie Travelers, man, numbers of groups, Women of Virtue. Then 2017, I decided to start my own thing.
Nice. Yes, now,
sir.
you said that, so you sang with your brothers. How old were you when you started?
Man, when I first started singing, I think I was around 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir. And then I started playing keys when I was 11.
Nice. Playing the
Yes,
keyboard. Nice. That's awesome. And so you guys were singing in churches and everything?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're a small quartet group. Our uncles, the Clarksville Soulstirres, we had branched up under them.
Mm-hmm.
They would take us out of town with them. We would open up shows for them.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, they took us all over, man. They got us started in the right direction.
Nice. Yes, definitely. So you guys were all singing gospel music at that point too, as well, back then?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Always been gospel.
Nice.
Always been gospel. Yes, sir.
Deep. Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yes, that make a grown man cry. Listen to some good gospel music. That's for sure.
Yes, especially if you've been through some things, it'll take you there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
all you need. You can sit back and listen to some good gospel music. No one even has to preach.
No, sir. No, sir. You're right about it.
Yeah.
You're
We've
right about it.
been there for sure. So
Yes, sir.
you also said that your uncle
Mm-hmm.
or your grandfather, you had uncles. Well, this sounds like this was in the family.
Oh, yes, sir, man. It's a complete family thing, man. My granddaddy, he's well known around this area, the Tennessee, Kentucky area.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom Byers, man. They had the Keys of Harmony, man. I never forget, man. When I was in school, I never could go to school on Friday or Monday because I was always getting on the road or getting off the road.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. They sung with a lot of groups around Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
The Golden Crowns. They was up in Indianapolis a lot with Mr. JC and, man, the Sounds of Salvation. Man, they had us all over, man.
Wow. That's a great experience.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. It has been. Yes, sir. God, he blessed me with a good life.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good to hear.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
especially from a man. You're going to be 34 this year, huh?
34.
34
yes,
years old.
34.
On fire for the Lord.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
He been too good to me, Doc.
That's good. That's good, man. That's good to hear from, I just cranked up. I'll be 51 this year. And so,
Man.
seeing that and seeing what you're posting and your song. Speaking of your song, the name of the song, tell us about the song. Matter of Time.
Matter of Time, man. It was a Matter of Time was written for me, for my best friend. He was the lead singer with the Chosen Brothers, named Michael Terrange. Man, me and him, we started out together with the Keys of Harmony as well, and then we branched to the Clarksville Soulstirres. Man, we just been best friends, man, since we were about 11, 12 years old.
Wow.
He also started with my brothers. Man, he wrote it, man. It was a time we both was going through a lot. We lost, he lost his sister, and I turned around and lost my dad, man, and we always just comfort each other, man, and man, we always was raised, you know, to trust God. You know, it ain't all about questions, it's about trusting.
Yes.
So, man, he put the song together, A Matter of Time, man. We made it into a quartet drive because we some quartet babies, but the song, it really have a lot of meaning, to it. You just got to wait sometimes, you know, you got to trust them.
Yes.
And you just got to wait. Just because it's not on our time don't mean it's not on his time.
Preach it.
So, yes, sir. So it's just a message saying, you know, for those that have been sick, you know, wait on them.
Yeah.
Those that having financial problems, you know, trust them and wait on them, you know. You know, me, myself, man, God has brought me through cancer.
Wow.
Just last year, I almost died from COVID. So to this day, you know, he's still
faithful
to me. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
yes.
I just had to learn to wait.
Wow.
You know, sometimes we can delay our blessings from complaining.
Yep.
And, you know, one thing is hard to do is wait.
Yeah, you're right.
One thing is hard to do is wait. Wait till it's your turn. And that's what the song tries to inspire, the point of waiting and trusting and waiting on his faithfulness, because he's going to do whatever he said he's going to do.
Amen.
In his time. So that's the meaning of the song. Matter of time. It's just a matter of time. You know, just got to be faithful and wait.
Yes. Well, we're going to go ahead and play it for our audience so they can hear it, and then we'll continue on with this interview after the song plays. Sound good?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay, folks. So here it is. Here is the new single. When did the single actually come out? Last year? Or?
It came out last year, October the 24th.
October 24th. Okay, and we'll talk some more about upcoming after the song plays. So, folks, this is the song by Floyd Henry, new single from October 24th, 2020, called Matter of Time.
Well, we just came to carry somebody the blessing you've been waiting for.
It's on the way.
The blessing you've been waiting for.
It's on the way.
The blessing you've been waiting for.
It's on the way.
It's a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time. It's on the way.
I know somebody out there been going through some sickness, but listen here if you will. There's a healing you've been waiting for.
It's on the way.
There's a healing you've been waiting for.
It's on the way.
There's a healing you've been waiting for.
It's on the way.
It's a matter of time.
Just a matter of time. It's on the way.
I believe if you stand still and wait on the Lord, your blessing will be on the way. But listen, the joy you've been waiting for.
It's on the way.
There's the joy you've been waiting for. Oh Lord,
On the way.
there's the joy you've been waiting.
On the way.
It's a matter of time.
It's just a matter
Oh
of
yes,
time.
it
It's on
is.
the way.
It's a matter of time.
Just a matter
Oh
of time.
Lord,
It's on the way.
there's only one more time. Now for those of y'all that's out there trusting and believing, you just got to keep waiting.
Keep waiting.
It's a matter of
It's
time.
just a matter
You
of
got to
time.
keep waiting.
Keep waiting.
It's a matter of time.
It's just a matter
Oh,
of
keep
time.
waiting.
Keep waiting.
It's a matter of time.
It's just a matter
You
of
please
time.
keep waiting.
Keep waiting.
Now while you're waiting on the Lord, you got to believe
On the way.
it's on the just a matter of time. I can't remember when I felt all was lost. Didn't have nobody. I had to keep on waiting. I had to trust in the Lord. I had to keep on believing that my blessing was on. Said it was on the way. He healed my body. He told me to run. He gave me joy in the midst of my storm. He dried my tears in the midnight hour. That's why I say keep waiting. It's a matter of time. Just like he did it for me, he'll do it for you. You got to give it to the Lord. He'll answer your prayer. But the best thing he'll do, I said the best thing he'll do, he'll save your soul. He'll save your soul. He'll save your soul. Good God Almighty, you got to keep on waiting. No matter what it is, bad finances, hard-headed child, that husband and wife, you got to keep on waiting. Good God Almighty, I know I can get somebody to help me say he's on. I said my Jesus is, he's the Alpha and the Omega, beginning and the end. He got all power in the palm of his hand. Whatever you need, whatever you need.
That's beautiful, man. I tell you what, that it was in your press release too about this is the perfect time for this song to come out for sure.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, so many of us, man, we're going through a lot dealing with this pandemic, but that don't mean God still ain't here.
That's right.
He's here with us.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's right. And when I was listening to it again this morning, I listened to it a couple days ago, and what happens with me is I'll be listening to some Christian music and I'll wake up the next morning with the song in my head. So for me, it's a matter of time. When you keep saying it's a matter of time, it's on the way. So I'm just laughing, thinking to myself, man, that's amazing. It's a matter of time. It's such a reminder because you're right. We're all going through different things. Many of us are quarantined.
Yes, sir.
For me, my mom passed away in 2019 and,
oh, man.
She had a stroke and unfortunately the medication that stops the stroke from happening didn't work. In fact, it made matters worse. And so 14 days later, she was gone, but she went to be with the Lord. And she had some other things going on in the past with cancer and stuff like that. But, you go through those different things like that. And then COVID happens and
yes, sir.
Like you said, you're still thankful because you have the Lord. And
yes,
the Lord, we stay focused on him. And your song reminded me of Philippians 4:6, which says,
yes,
do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving,
yes,
let your requests be made known to God.
Yes, sir.
And then,
yes,
then leave it at his feet, like you were saying. Leave it at his feet and his timing, not ours, because we want, we're microwave time. We want that thing now.
Yes, sir. We ain't got the patience for that stove no
more. You're right. That's true. The old saying where you put something in the microwave and you stand there tapping your foot, waiting for it to get done. It's like, come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you what, like I said, matter of time. So you said you took the step in 2017 to get out on your own.
Yes, sir.
And what made you decide to do that?
Just life. By this time, I had overcame cancer, depression, and I just felt like a piano wasn't getting my praise out the way I needed to.
Okay.
So I wanted to start sharing vocally.
Yes.
My testimony, because man, I'm a living testimony, man. Brought me through so much. Sometimes sometimes I think back in, I'm like, man, how in the world did he bring me over that one?
Right.
And he did it. So, to me, piano, it just wasn't strong enough testimony for me. So I just wanted to start being verbally in song of what God has brought me through, and what He's still doing for me. So,
yeah, that's powerful. I know that speaks to a lot of people, because a lot of people, are, like we've said, I mean, we're going to say it many times in this interview, people are going through a lot. It's 2021 now, and a lot going on in the world. We need, people need hope. They need Jesus. They need songs like what you're bringing to the table.
Yes, sir.
And so we were talking about gospel the other day on the phone, and you mentioned what style would you call yourself stepping into this new season?
I try to bring a lot to the table, man. My producer, man, Jonathan Winstead, man, he's a great producer, and he have me studying a lot that's off the table, other than gospel, trying to get that's not fully gospel to listen. So I study a lot of Al Green, Reverend Al Green now, Johnny Taylor. Man, I study a lot. Temptations.
Yes.
Man, they have me studying everything. Some of my favorites are, still gospel. Willie Neal, Lee Williams. I try to study as much as I can from any artist, because any style can catch an ear to save a life. Right.
Wow.
So yes, so some people, I understand. Some people isn't what we like to call quartet ears or gospel ears. So once they hear a style, they're like, man, that's gospel, man. But that guy, man, he sounds like Johnny Taylor.
Yes.
That to me, that helps get an ear into God's ministry, because then people see that we're not just all stuck up holier than thou and not trying to reach anybody,
Oh my word. You said a mouthful. You said a mouthful right there. I'm serious. You did, because, and you're right. That did, one of the things for me, it was, I grew up with the Spinners, Al Green, Mighty Clouds of Joy. So all these guys, so all of a sudden your song comes on and I'm like, what? How old is this guy? This is what I'm talking about right here. It started off and I was getting ready to think, like you said, it reminded me of Al Green, Felipe Wynn back in the days with the Spinners and everybody. And it was just down home. You start picturing sitting at grandma's and just being there with family. And man, it just it brought something else out of me. It's something else. And then I find out you're 34 and I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool. And you did your homework, which is key. People need to know that, because some people think, hey, you just picked up the microphone and just started singing. No, you put your time in.
Oh, yes, sir.
And that's
much studying.
Yeah. And that's important. Later on, I'm going to ask you to give people some advice. Actually, I'm going to ask you right now. There's people out there that are listening right now that, one of the things I've been doing lately is encouraging people, step up to the plate. If God's given you a gift, you need to be the best you can be. We need to see that right now. In this day and age, we need the poetry writers. We need the book writers. We need the singers. We need the podcasters, whoever, to reach folks right where they're at, because people are hurting. And what's your encouragement for someone who may have a song in their heart? The Holy Spirit's given them a song to sing, and or anything.
Now, first and foremost, pray about it. You have to, have a conversation with God about it. And then when you go forth with it, put your best foot forward. Yes. Surround yourself with people who wants to see you make it. Not people that wants to make $1 off of you. Yes. Get around some people that have been singing a while. Ask for some pointers, what to do, what not to do. But off the muscle, man, God put something on your heart, especially a song, because song is so in depth.
Yeah.
You know, people love to hear songs. People get saved from songs just like they do a sermon.
Yes.
And so if God got a song on your heart, He have it there for a reason.
Yeah.
So put your best foot forth, pray about it, and go forth with it.
Nice. Yeah, that's important. You hit it on the head. Definitely put your best foot forward, because you know you're doing it for the Lord, and you don't know who you're going to reach.
You don't know. You never know.
Yeah, because when you contacted me, I had no idea who told you to contact me. So obviously, it was somebody that had seen one of my shows. You know,
yes,
I'm just doing my Christian podcast shows, reaching people right here in my basement, and
yes, sir.
the next thing you know, Floyd gets in touch with me. And so that blessed me, because I'm like, where'd you hear about this? And you threw a name out there, and I didn't know the person, but I thought, sweet, I got to make sure I do this. This is a divine appointment.
Yes, sir. Yes, it reminds me, man, when I did my first interview here in Clarksville, Tennessee, and it was just a 30-minute radio show.
Mm-hmm.
And it was me and another artist that was in there. He's a preacher, and he had like a R&B style, but he had a album coming out the same time as me.
Mm-hmm.
And man, we was in there, and man, we walked outside of the radio station, and it was a older lady sitting in the car, and she said, I need that matter of time. I need it right now.
That's so amazing.
You know, yes, sir, man. So you never know who's listening, man.
No.
And yeah, you know, and like me and my producer, man, we just got to looking at the downloads on iTunes, and man, it's amazing. I'm like, man, my little song out there getting out there like that. I said, I never expected it to be this. Man, my goal is, you know, so many people got so many visions of people or style.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, quartet, you know, people kind of look down on us sometimes like we're for show,
right,
or anything, man. But, you know, nothing about me is for show.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if I can sing 20 years and say 2 lives,
yes,
if God's satisfied, I'm satisfied.
You just said a mouthful.
Yeah, if He's satisfied, man, I'm satisfied, because I look at it. No man knows what God's going to ask us. When it's our turn to be judged, and if He asks me, what have I done?
Yes,
I hope my list is long. So if that's singing in quartet or choir, I sing quartet because that's my heart. But you know, it's still good people out here in everything you do, and you know, some of it's kind of sad how some of the bad things in the organization spread faster than the good things.
Negativity. Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I never understood how that works, but man, it's so many good people out here. Great advice. Some of the best I had with Lee Williams. Man, so many people. Some great musicians have gave me so many pointers.
Nice.
Of how to be some of the most humblest people I've ever seen. But, you know, that's the thing, is when we get on one accord and we stop looking at the negativity and start pushing the positive, we'll make a bigger impact. Because I look at the world now, you go to church on Sunday morning, you see more people in Walmart than you do in the churches.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh yeah.
So that's my goal, is to find a way to reach them. Hey, if you've been church hurt, come on back.
Yes.
You know, you got to forgive that person the same way God forgave you.
Yeah.
You know, it's the kingdom is real, you know, and that should be all of our goals is to making it to the kingdom, because I don't want to sit out here and do all this stuff.
That's right. You don't want to.
My goal is paradise.
Yes.
So yes, sir, that's my goal, man. If we can just get on one accord, and you know, if I win a soul, you win a soul, we and the souls that we reach a soul, then we're making progress.
Yes, multiplication.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, be fruitful. Sir. You know, I look at that passage of scripture where God told Adam and Eve, be fruitful and multiply. Well, it's the same thing like you're doing.
Yes, sir.
You're being fruitful with your music. Multiply those souls, and you never know. Like you said, you don't know who's listening.
Yes, sir.
Like the lady sitting in her car and says, I need to get that CD.
Yes, sir.
It's going to, you know, could bring somebody out of suicide.
Oh, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a matter of time. It's on the way. And it's like that. That's it. That's awesome. So what's the plan? Because I know you're not going to leave us hanging with one single.
Oh, no. Man, I actually, listen, we just got done with my second single.
Okay.
I was planning on, we have the album release concert. I'll get the information to you.
Okay.
But we do know it's going to be July the 24th. It's going to be here in Clarksville, Tennessee, man. I got some great artists coming from New York, Aerofaith, Chicago, God's Posse, Mississippi. Man, we got some great artists coming in for that, man. But I have another single that's coming out that's with I feature my uncle, Pastor Tony Ward, with Tony Ward of Damascus, called Stand By Me. It'll be, a matter of fact, man, I'm gonna send it to you, man.
Okay.
So you be the first one to play it.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna send it to you. Man, it's another strong message. It's literally called Storms, but you know the hook of it is Stand By Me. It's something I wrote when I was going through cancer. I was laying around crying, and man, I just told the Lord, man, hey man, if I gotta go through this, I'll do it. You know, as long as you stand by me. You know, and man, put out a song. It's kind of deep, man. Me and my uncle. Matter of fact, it was crazy with laying that song because 2 days after we got done in studio, I had caught COVID, and man, I almost passed, man. And then my uncle Tony Ward, he called it 3 days after that, man. So when we both got out of being sick from it, man, we contacted each other, and he was like, man, do you realize how powerful that song is?
Yes.
And I said, man, what you mean? He said, we get done singing a song like that, and we both go through the same sickness.
Same
right
storm.
Same storm.
Yeah.
And God stood by us both. And man, it's very powerful, man. It was touching, man, because Tony Ward, man, that's my uncle. He been through a lot. I've been through a lot, and man, it's a very touching song, man. I can't wait to get it out.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm looking forward to listening to it for sure.
Yes, sir.
And definitely sharing it as well. Man,
yes,
you've got a story to tell. That's a book, you know.
Oh man, if I could write, I'd write one.
If I could write. See, you just talked about it's on the way. You just talked about relying on the Lord. See, that's a perfect example.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what? People need to hear that story for real.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's
Yes, sir.
that's something else. So we've got the next single coming out. Is there a plan for a full album?
Yes, sir. The full album, that will be July the 24th.
Oh, okay.
That'll be the full album release concert.
Okay.
July 24th.
Nice.
Also my birthday weekend.
Yes, that is. 27th of July.
Yes, sir.
1987, folks.
Yes, sir. It's a good year.
Yeah, so also, before we close, I want to make sure that, so we found out you got your album coming out. You've given encouragement to people, not just singers, but anyone who the Lord has blessed with a gift to use that gift and to step out and use that gift accordingly and to trust and have faith. I want to make sure I get your contact information, because if you don't mind, I'd like to put your contact information in my notes.
Yes, sir.
When I post this podcast, because I definitely want people to know, hey, if it's okay with you, Floyd, I'd like for people to have your information in case someone says, you know what, I really want to learn more. I want to be encouraged. I need to ask Floyd some questions. What did he do? How did he do it? Is that something you'd be interested in?
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that'll be good. Gee whiz. I mean, I could talk to you for hours because I'm trying to make sure I stay focused on Matter of Time, the new single, but I definitely want to have you on again for sure. Maybe after, maybe in March, we'll do another one and talk about this new song. That's, so whereabouts can we find your song? Where can we find Matter of Time?
Oh man, Matter of Time is in any digital outlet.
Okay.
It's on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music, literally any digital market.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'll make sure I point people in that direction. Plus, this podcast will actually be on all of those. It'll be on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and so forth. So, no, this is really good. It's definitely a pleasure to meet you. And this is not the end of our relationship. This is just the beginning because this is awesome. This is awesome, folks. I'd like to, if you don't mind, in closing, could you pray? I'll have you close in prayer for all those out there hurting, but as well as, the people waiting for that Matter of Time to take place, being on the way, and as well as for artists, upcoming artists, people who God has given a gift and encouragement for them as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Father, it's me once again, coming to you as humble as I know how. Just a simple prayer to encourage those that wants to do your will, the ones that wants to know you, to form a relationship with you. Better yet, the ones that wants to come out and save a soul, even if it's song writing or just a simple testimony. Lord, bless them with the encouragement to take that footstep forward. As I pray, I remind of a song that said, if you make one step, he'll make two. Encourage these people, Lord. Teach them your word, so when people can come to them, they know what to say and how to reflect on your vision, because our vision is no vision without your vision.
Yes.
Lord, thank you for the encouraging heart that you gave me to step forth. Bless my brother. Thank you for this podcast. Let it reach an ear. Let it save somebody. Let one of us get a call and say, this podcast blessed me. All this we ask in your darling son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Yes. There you have it, folks. Floyd Henry, new single, Matter of Time. Great young man. It's been great talking to you, Floyd. Thank you so much for coming on. And like I said, let's keep in touch on social media and whatnot. This episode, well, actually, as I'm saying it, it's actually the 3rd of February, the day that it's actually coming out. So February the 3rd, folks, right here today, and pre-recorded. But I'm excited to hear back from you folks. Hey, check out that single, folks. Get over there, check that out. That way you can go out and get the full song and not just replay this podcast to hear it. But hey, with that being said, Floyd, thanks again. God bless you, brother. Appreciate you, man. And
thank you.
Hey, folks, love you all. Take care of yourselves. Peace.